welcome back out here in the tiny house. A little bit chilly, but we're making the best of it. As you can see behind me, I got the wood stove fired up. Shouldn't take long to get this thing heated. I'm just down here going ahead marking out the floor joists, because today what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of that lumber that you guys saw me milling the other day out of the sawmill, and I'm going to put it down as flooring. What we're using today is 1 by 4 inch rough sawn. And this is red pine, so it should warm up nice in here, and then I'll go ahead and get this flooring put down and we'll be on our way. I am this close to getting this thing finished, this tiny house, so we even got decorations going up. We're looking to get this done for the holidays, and we're coming up on that, so I guess I better stop talking and get down to work. Thanks for watching today, folks. Let's go. Alright guys, as you've been watching here, I've been laying down the boards. These are rough sawn, so you're going to get some inconsistencies. For the most part, they're pretty good. That Woodland Mills HM130 does a good job. Now, one thing to keep in mind, joints. Where two butt edges meet up, that's a joint. You want to keep them staggered. So if you have a look here, there's a joint right here, and then I skip over at least 3 boards, 1, 2, and 3. So potentially you could have another joint right here. But I actually have 4 because I try to maximize the number of boards in between joints or seams. Reason being is when you look at it, you don't want to have your eye follow all the seams in one line. That doesn't look very good. You want the seams to be staggered as best you can. And if you have material available to you, try to stagger it as best you can, because otherwise you're going to end up with a visual that your eye picks up on. Anytime you walk in, you're going to be like, oh look, they tried to save money on material, so they cut all the boards the same length, and it looks absolutely horrible. So see this one here? There's a joint there, and there's a joint there. Notice how they're separated? This one's a little close. I like to actually separate them at least 1 full 16-inch center. This one's a little bit less. The reason being is the couch is going to sit right here, so any joints that are close together doesn't matter underneath the couch. So I just kept that in mind as I was going. Next thing I got to do here, I have to start to whittle my way around this this fireplace. What I'm going to do first, I'm going to cut a board to length. I already did that, so this board will fit there. I'm then going to butt it up so that it touches that corner. I'm going to make a mark there. Make sure it's accurate as well. So I made a mark there. From there, I'm going to use this board as a straight edge. And I'm going to hold it, if I can, tight there. And then that will give me something to run my tape measure against. And what I'm going to do is, I'm going to run it right across until it touches that piece of wood. Boom. Then I'm going to read my measurement. That's 15. Let's go back here. We're at 15 3/8. So now I know 15 3/8 from that edge will hit that corner. So 15 3/8. Coming over, gonna make a mark. 15 and where are we? 15 3. Okay, so I got my 15 3/8 mark, which is perfect. Next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna measure the distance between this corner and this board. So using my tape again, I'm at 2.5 inches. So what I'm going to do is, with the help of I'm going to make a line there so I can follow it when I'm measuring. And we're going 2.5, and I almost made an error there. I almost measured from this edge over. It's actually from this edge over. So let's do that one more time here. So we're going over 2 1/2 inch, which will be right to there. Okay, and now I know that corner is represented by those 2 points. Let's line them up. Let's put my mark on there again so I can see it. The wood's still frozen, which is wild, but it is. Anyways, that should represent that angle. Now, I know this is a right angle, and therefore I can follow that line with my speed square to finish off the 90-degree angle. That, if I cut out that bit there, should be that angle. Let's go see if it is. If you guys don't have one of these, you should get one. This is a oscillating knife or an oscillating blade. Works really, really well, especially for trim work. I'm going to use this because I don't have a handsaw out here, just to finish that cut. Nice in here, I tell you. Okay, let's see what happens. I think we're there. I just have to hammer it into place. So as you can see, the joint fits nice and tight. That's what I like to see. I don't like to see where it looks a little Mickey Mouse and you can see gaps in there. I just have to hammer her into place, nail her down, and we're there. Right on. Now, one thing I'm going to show you guys here is how you figure out what that angle is. Now you can guess, and that sometimes works, not very often. Or you take your speed square here, and what you do is you basically set it up with this pivot point, so that edge where the two perpendicular lines on your speed square intersect. So you basically line it up right on that point down there. So see where it says point or pivot? Line it up on that point like so. Press it tight to this edge, and then you're just going to read the angle here. And it's a bit hard to see because I got junk all over this. But there's 55, there's 60. If I count, looks like I'm at about 57 degrees. So then you head on out and you set up your miter saw to 50. Get over there. Got some junk in the way there. 50. Let's do 57 and a half. It was right close to 57 and 58. And you basically take a scrap piece like this, make your cut, and you go and you see what happens. And I can tell you that it should fit like a glove, like so. There you go. Alright, just getting a bit dark in here, means I must be getting near the end of the day. Let's see if we can fit these last few in. Beautiful. 2 more. Looks good. And here we go, last one. I hope. Oh yeah. Well folks, look at that. That's a beautiful thing. Well folks, there you have it. As you can see, I got the flooring done. That is a big step in the right direction. I have a few things left to do, not very many, and then I'm going to call it done. Just a few trim pieces in the side, a little bit of trim to do up top there, just along that railing, and then I'm pretty much going to bring the stairs in and say I'm out. Well guys, I'm going to have a little seat here because I think today was a pretty good day. If you have a look behind me here, I still got the fire just ripping. I'm going to get this place all dried out. Then I'm going to get up some decorations, and I think I'm going to call it good for this thing being done. This has been a really long process. I appreciate every one of you holding on. If you guys have any questions at all about what I did today, feel free to put it down below. And as always, guys, if you're not learning, you're not living. So hang on, and I'll see you next time. Thanks again.